I swear, I heard my own name from inside the forest. Not just once. It whispered again. Daniel. The voice was low, wet, almost breathing. I turned around slowly, my heart pounding so loud it felt like something inside my chest was trying to escape. Did you guys hear that? I asked. The others looked at me like I was joking. We were 6 friends. Me, Daniel, Chris, Ethan, Mark, Ryan, and Leo. We had driven all the way to Black Hollow Forest in Oregon for a weekend adventure. No signal, no people, just trees. Endless trees. Chris laughed. Bro, we just got here. Relax. But I wasn't relaxed. Because I knew what I heard. And it knew my name. We set up camp near a narrow dirt path that disappeared deep into the woods. The sun was already setting, painting the sky in dark orange and red. The forest looked wrong. Too quiet. No birds. No insects. Not even the sound of wind. Just silence. A terrifying silence. Feels creepy, Leo muttered, looking around. Perfect for horror content, Mark said, holding his camera. Ryan smirked. Yeah, imagine something actually happens. Something did. We just didn't know it yet. Night came faster than expected. The temperature dropped suddenly. My breath turned visible in the air. We sat around the campfire, trying to keep things normal, talking, laughing, but every few seconds, I felt it again, like someone was watching us. From the trees, from the darkness. Then, snap, a twig broke somewhere behind us. Everyone froze. Chris stood up. Probably an animal. No, I whispered. That sound was too deliberate. Like a step. A human step. Hello. Ethan called out. No response. Just darkness. Deep, endless darkness between the trees. Then suddenly, a shadow moved. Fast. Too fast. Ryan jumped. You saw that, right? Mark quickly pointed his camera toward the trees. Got it, I think. But when we checked the footage, there was nothing. Just trees. Still. Silent. Watching. Okay, that's enough, Leo said nervously. Let's stay close tonight. We all agreed. No one wanted to go deeper into that forest. Not after that. But the forest had other plans. Later that night, I woke up. I don't know why. Maybe it was the cold. Maybe it was the silence. Or maybe it was the whisper again. Daniel. This time, it was closer. Much closer. Right outside the tent. My entire body froze. I slowly turned my head toward the tent entrance. The zipper was slightly open. And through that small gap, I saw something. Standing there. Tall. Unnaturally tall. Its body was thin, twisted, like broken branches forced into human shape. Its face, no, it didn't have a face. Just darkness. A deep, endless black hole where a face should be. And from that darkness, I heard it breathe. Wet. Heavy. Hungry. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. I couldn't even blink. It leaned closer. Slowly. And then, it spoke. But this time, it didn't whisper. It used my voice. Daniel, come outside. My blood turned cold. Because I was still inside the tent. So if that was my voice, then who? Or what was standing outside? And that was the moment I realized we should have never come to this forest. Because something here knows us. And it has already chosen its first victim. I didn't move. I couldn't. That thing was still standing outside the tent. Breathing. Slow. Wet. Deep. Daniel, come outside, it repeated again. Using my voice. Perfectly. Every word exactly like me. My hands were shaking. My throat felt dry. I wanted to scream, but something inside me knew. If I made a sound, it would come inside. Suddenly, Chris turned in his sleep beside me. Bro, stop whispering, he murmured. My heart dropped. I wasn't whispering. That thing was. I grabbed Chris's arm tightly. Wake up, I whispered. He opened his eyes slowly. What? Don't move, don't speak loudly. But it was too late. The breathing stopped. Complete silence. Dead silence. Even worse than before. Then, the zipper moved. Slowly. From outside. Opening. Just a little more. Chris froze. We both stared at the gap. And then, a long, thin finger slipped inside. It didn't look human. Too long. Too pale. Bent at the wrong angles. Like broken bones wrapped in skin. Chris gasped softly. The finger twitched. Then started dragging along the inside of the tent. Searching. Feeling. Like it was trying to find us, without seeing us. Don't move, I whispered. My entire body was locked in fear. The finger stopped. Right in front of my face. I could smell it now. Rotten. like something dead, buried for years. Then suddenly, "Hey!" Mark shouted from outside. The finger instantly disappeared. The zipper snapped shut, and everything went quiet again. "What the hell are you guys doing?" Mark yelled, unzipping the tent. I immediately sat up, gasping for air. Chris was sweating like crazy. There was something outside, I said. Mark frowned. "What?" "I just want to pee. There's nothing here." "No," Chris whispered. Something was here. We all stepped outside. The fire had almost died. The forest looked darker than before. And colder. Way colder. Ryan and Ethan were already awake, looking confused. Leo was still sleeping in the other tent. "Guys," Mark said slowly. "Come here." We followed him. A few steps away from the tents. There were footprints, but not normal ones. They were long, unnaturally long, like something with stretched legs had been walking around us, circling us, watching us. And then we saw something worse. The footprints stopped right in front of Leo's tent. "Leo," Ryan called. No response. Chris quickly ran to the tent and opened it. Empty. My heart dropped. "No, no, 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 Leo," Ethan shouted loudly. Still nothing. Just silence. That same terrifying silence. Then, a scream. From deep inside the forest. Leo's voice. Loud. Painful. Terrified. "Help me." Without thinking, Ryan ran toward the sound. "Ryan, stop," I shouted. But he didn't listen. One by one, we all followed, running into the darkness, into the trees, into the place we promised we would never go. Branches scratched our faces. The ground was uneven. We could barely see anything. But Leo's screams kept guiding us. Closer, closer. And then suddenly, the screaming stopped. We all froze, breathing heavily, looking around. "Leo," Chris whispered. No answer. Then Mark slowly lifted his camera light and pointed it ahead. Something was hanging from a tree. At first, I couldn't understand what I was seeing. But then, my stomach twisted. My legs almost gave up. It was Leo, hanging upside down, from a branch. His body twisted unnaturally, arms bent the wrong way, his mouth wide open, but no sound coming out. And his eyes, they were gone. Just empty, dark holes. Then suddenly, his body moved. A small jerk, like something inside him was still alive. And then, his head slowly turned toward us. And in a voice that was not his, he whispered, "Run," but it was already too late. Because behind us, something was moving. Fast, very fast. "Run," the word echoed in my head. But my body didn't move. None of us moved. We were frozen, staring at Leo's broken body hanging from that tree. His head was still tilted toward us. Those empty eye sockets. Watching. No, not watching. Something else was watching through him. Then, a crack. Behind us. A branch snapping. Slow. Heavy. Like something big, stepping closer. Ryan turned first. His face went pale instantly. "Guys," he whispered. But he didn't finish the sentence. He didn't need to. Because we all felt it. Something was right behind us. I slowly turned. And I wish I hadn't. It was standing between the trees. Tall. Too tall. Its body was stretched, like it didn't belong to this world. Limbs too long. Arms hanging almost to the ground. And that face, still no face. Just that same black, endless hole. But this time, there were more of them. Shapes moving inside that darkness. Like faces trying to come out. Screaming silently. Then it spoke. Not in my voice this time. Not in Leo's voice. In all our voices. At the same time. "Why did you come here?" Chris screamed. "Run." And this time we ran. We didn't look back. We couldn't. The sound behind us, it wasn't footsteps. It was worse. Like something crawling. Like bones dragging on the ground. Fast. Too fast. Ethan tripped. Hard. He hit the ground with a loud thud. "Help me," he screamed. I stopped. I don't know why. Maybe because he was my friend. Maybe because I wasn't thinking. I turned back. "Get up," I shouted, grabbing his arm. But he was shaking too much. I can't. Then, silence. The sound behind us stopped. Completely. That was worse. Way worse. Ethan looked up slowly, and his face changed. From panic to pure horror. "Daniel," he whispered. "It's above you." My blood froze. Slowly, very slowly. I looked up. It was on the tree above me, clinging to it. Upside down. Its long arms wrapped around the branches. That dark face, right above mine. Too close. Way too close. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. Then, its arm moved. Fast. It grabbed Ethan, not like a human, not even close. Its fingers sank into his chest, like his body was soft, like it wasn't even real. Ethan screamed, the kind of scream you never forget. It lifted him up, easily, like he weighed nothing. "Daniel," he screamed. And then, a sound. A wet, tearing sound. I saw it happen. I wish I hadn't. It pulled, slowly, deliberately, and Ethan's body ripped apart. Blood sprayed everywhere. Warm, thick, covering my face, my hands, the ground. His scream cut off suddenly, and what fell from above was not a body anymore, just pieces. I stumbled back, falling to the ground, my mind blank, my ears ringing. The thing dropped down in front of me, silently. It stood there, watching me, and then it leaned closer. Slowly, I could feel its breath, cold, rotten. Then it whispered right into my ear, "You're next." Suddenly, a loud shout. "Daniel, move." Chris grabbed me and pulled me up. We ran again, faster this time, desperate, broken, terrified. Behind us, that thing didn't chase immediately. It just stood there, like it was enjoying this, like it knew we couldn't escape. And deep inside, I realized something even worse. It wasn't hunting us. It was playing with us that we didn't stop running, not even for a second. Branches cut into our skin. Our lungs burned. Our legs felt like they would collapse any moment. But we kept going, because behind us, something was still there, watching, waiting. Finally, Chris grabbed my arm. "Stop, stop for a second." We slowed down, gasping for air. Ryan bent over, trying not to throw up. Mark was shaking so badly, he almost dropped his camera. Ethan, Leo, they were gone, just like that. "This isn't real," Ryan whispered. "This can't be real." "It is," Chris said, his voice trembling. "And if we don't think, we die next." For a few seconds, no one spoke, only the sound of our heavy breathing. And that silence again, that horrible, unnatural silence. Then Mark suddenly spoke. "Guys, look at this." His camera was still recording. His hands were shaking as he replayed the footage from earlier. The moment when that thing killed Ethan. At first, it was just darkness. Then the frame flickered, and we saw it. But not the way we saw it with our eyes. On camera, it looked different. Worse, its body wasn't just tall. It was wrong, like multiple bodies fused together. Arms overlapping, faces half-formed inside its chest. Mouths opening and closing, but making no sound. Ryan stepped back. "Turn it off." But Mark didn't. He kept watching, like he couldn't stop. Then the video zoomed in by accident, right onto its face. And suddenly, the screen glitched. For a split second, the face changed. It wasn't empty anymore. It was showing something. 6 faces. Our faces. All of us. Together. Twisted. Screaming. Mark dropped the camera. "No. No. That's not possible." Chris grabbed him. "Calm down. It's messing with us." Then, a sound. Not behind us. Not in front of us. From everywhere. A whisper. Soft. Cold. Breathing through the trees. "You are still here." Ryan covered his ears. "Make it stop." And then suddenly, complete silence again. I looked around. Something felt wrong. Even more wrong than before. "Wait," I said slowly. "Where's Mark?" Everyone froze. He was just here, standing right next to us. Now, he was gone. "No," Chris whispered. "No, no, no, no." We turned in circles, looking everywhere. Dark trees, endless shadows. No sign of him. Then, a faint light appeared. Between the trees. Mark's camera light. "Mark," Ryan shouted. The light flickered. Once. Twice. Then it started moving. Slowly, like someone was holding it. We followed it. Carefully. Step by step. "Mark? Stop messing around," Chris called out. The light stopped. Right in front of a tree. We stepped closer. My heart pounding. And then, we saw him. Or, what was left of him. Mark was standing, facing the tree, not moving. His body was completely still. "Mark," I whispered. He slowly turned around, and I felt my soul drop. His mouth was stretched wide open, too wide, like it had been forced. And inside his mouth, there was darkness. The same darkness. That thing. Then suddenly, his jaw snapped open even more, and something inside him moved. "If you've made it this far," Chris whispered, his voice shaking, "don't look away now." Because in the next second, something began crawling out of Mark's mouth. Something was crawling out of Mark's mouth. Slowly, painfully. We couldn't move. We couldn't even breathe. His jaw was stretched so wide, it looked like it would snap any second. And from that darkness inside his throat, a hand emerged. Not Mark's hand. This one was thinner, longer, the skin pale, almost gray, its fingers bent in impossible directions. Ryan stepped back, shaking his head. No, no, this is not real, but it was. The hand pushed forward, forcing its way out, stretching Mark's mouth even wider. I heard a crack. His jaw broke. A wet, sickening sound filled the air. And then, the thing inside him pulled itself out. Its head came next. Twisted. Wrong. Its face still that same black void. It climbed out of Mark's body like he was just a shell. When it fully emerged, Mark collapsed to the ground. Empty. Not dead. Not alive. Just empty. Chris grabbed my arm. We have to run. Now. This time, no one argued. We ran. Again. Deeper into the forest. Even though every instinct was screaming at us to go back. But we didn't know where back was anymore. The forest had changed. The trees looked different. Closer. Thicker. Like they were closing in on us. Stop! Ryan suddenly shouted. We froze. There's something ahead. I looked up. And my heart stopped. We were back. At the same place. Leo's body. Still hanging from the tree. Ethan's blood. Still fresh on the ground. No. That's not possible. I whispered. We ran for minutes, Chris said. How are we back here? Then, that whisper again. You can't leave. It came from everywhere. The ground. The trees. The air. Ryan dropped to his knees. Please, just let us go. Silence. Then, a sudden movement. Something wrapped around Ryan's leg. Fast. Too fast. He screamed. Help me. We tried to grab him. But whatever had him was stronger. It pulled him across the ground, dragging him toward the trees. I grabbed his hand. Tight. Don't let go, he screamed. But then, something else grabbed his other leg. And pulled. Hard. Too hard. I felt his hand slipping. Daniel, please. And then, a loud tear. His body split. Right in front of me. Blood covered the ground. His scream, cut off instantly. I fell back. Screaming. Crying. Shaking. Chris pulled me up. We have to go. We ran again. Now just 2 of us. 2. Out of 6. And that's when I realized something even worse. We were never meant to leave. This wasn't a forest. It was a trap. And it was slowly taking us. One by one that we didn't know where we were running anymore. There was no path. No direction. Just darkness. And trees that looked the same, no matter where we turned. Only me and Chris were left. Out of 6 friends, just 2. Daniel. Chris said, barely able to breathe. We're not getting out, are we? I didn't answer. Because deep down, I already knew the truth. This forest wasn't letting us go. Then suddenly, we saw something ahead. A structure. An old wooden cabin. It stood in the middle of the trees. Rotting. Broken. Like it had been there for decades. This wasn't here before, I whispered. Chris shook his head. We don't have a choice. We stepped closer. The door was slightly open. And from inside, we heard something. A voice. Daniel. My blood turned ice cold. It was my voice. Again. Chris looked at me. Don't go in. But I was already moving. Slowly. Like something was pulling me. I pushed the door open. Creak. The smell hit me instantly. Rotten. Wet. Like death. Inside. It was dark. But I could see shapes. Walls covered in scratches. Deep ones. Like something had tried to escape. And then, I saw them. Photos. Dozens of them. Pinned all over the wall. My hands started shaking as I stepped closer. They were pictures of us. Me. Chris. Ryan. Ethan. Mark. Leo. All taken inside this forest. Some from earlier today. Some older. Much older. No, I whispered. Chris stepped in behind me. What is this? Then he saw it too. A photo in the center. Bigger than the rest. We both froze. It was us. Standing right where we were now. In front of the cabin. But something was wrong. In the photo, there were 6 of us. Not 5. Not 2. 6. All smiling. But behind us. That thing. Standing tall. And its face. It wasn't empty anymore. It had a face. My face. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind us. Bang. Chris ran to it, trying to open it. It's locked. It's locked. Then, a voice. Right behind me. Now you understand. I slowly turned. And there it was. Closer than ever. That same twisted body. That same darkness. But this time, it wasn't copying voices. It was speaking clearly. You were chosen, Chris screamed and tried to run, but something grabbed him from the darkness. Pulled him back. Fast. Too fast. Daniel. His scream echoed, and then silence. Just like that. I was alone. The thing stepped closer, and then it did something worse. Its body started changing, twisting, shifting, bones cracking, skin stretching, until it became me. Exactly me. Same face, same voice, same everything. It smiled. You can leave now. My heart stopped. What? It stepped closer, whispered, but you don't exist anymore. The next morning, police arrived at the forest. They found the campsite, destroyed, covered in blood, but no bodies, no survivors, nothing, except one thing, a camera, still recording. When they checked the footage, they saw me, walking out of the forest, calm, smiling, looking straight into the camera, and saying, they're still inside. If you listen to this story till the end, then you already know, not everyone who walks out of the forest is human anymore. And maybe, right now, someone like that is watching you. Comment below. Would you enter this forest if you knew your name was already waiting inside? Only those who can handle the truth. Subscribe for more horror like this.